Our annual budget is about 22 billion shillings from the National Treasury, and another 58 now going to 60 billion from partners. That means we are receiving a bigger support, and that is understandable because, you know, the country is still working very hard to bring on the table a bigger cake. But the annual budget, for us to be able to deliver properly, actually, we need a minimum of about 120 billion per year. And therefore, we have, it is important for the public to understand, because the dream of this regime, this government, is that we want to develop water in a bigger way, maybe 20, 100 times bigger, larger than we were doing. And therefore, with the constraint of the budget, we do not have a choice. We have to invite public investors, private partners, to partner with the government, with the public, to deliver on the water, access to water, sanitation, and food security. We've also said we shall allow private investors to actually produce. And those private investors don't have a face. It is you and I. It is any Kenyan who is feeling like they have ability to mobilize resources, including from outside, so that, for example, we grow food. But also, you can't grow food without water. So this particular department, State Department, is critical. And of course, thereafter, we want to manage that water properly and better than we were doing. Of the dams that are stored, some had funding, we will revive them. For example, Itare Dam, Darugo, Karemenu, all these dams are a bit slow. Where we are, Mwache Dam, Thwake Dam, it is possible that we can be able to fasten, to speed up the implementation, so that within the next maybe 12 months, we are able to launch them as completed projects. We will, of course, be looking forward to launching several other dams within the first 1/2 of next year. We will maybe within the course of the year, we shall maybe take 2-3 counties as models for both irrigation, hydropower, and water to access to 100%, because our target is to access every Kenyan to water at 100%, so that no one is going without water. And you know the challenges we have in, especially, actually everywhere, but especially so in the northeastern areas, you know, Samburu, Turkana, Marsabit, Isiolo, Mandela, Tana River, Tharaka Nithi, Mombasa. These are critically suffering, and we would want to take 2-3 counties nationally to come up with a complete arrangement where we are able to develop water and showcase, so that going forward we are able to say, without, you know, just jumping everywhere, we are able to say that actually you can do it. We're reviving them. You know, we are new. We are calling for the contractual documents. That one, I can say that. We are evaluating to look and see what was the problem. Specifically, Itare Dam's case is that the contractor went down. His liquidity became an issue, and he was being wound up. But we are trying to see how, working with that contractor and the financiers who were Italian government, we are able to get back. And I'm sure you saw some visit there by Susan, the governor for this county, wanting to see how it can be revived. The head of state is on that case, and the ministry. We are going to get the dam back. We hope we can be able to deal with the legal challenges that may be there. But, you know, we have the ability to do that. We are engaging them. Yeah. We need that dam for Nakuru, specifically for Nakuru. We need the dam. We shall look at that holistically so that we see whether we are doing the dams at the cost that is supposed to be spent, because we want every cent to make a meaning. And so it is important to evaluate and see whether we are on course. I'm not making any firm commitments that they are. I'm just thinking that considering if we reduce the time, previously the dams were being done separately, together with the away from the downstream. We are coming with a new way of dealing with that, so that where possible we do the dam together with the water treatment works going together and the piping, downstream. If you take up those projects at the same time, it is possible that one, in terms of time, you will cut costs, and then secondly, that we will still want to critically look at the cost, the entire cost, and see whether we are spending every shilling where it is supposed to be spent. The Kimwarel is under the East African Ministry, Regional Development Ministry. It's not with us, and I believe they also have a program for it. So I'm not able to answer that. It's not within the Ministry of Water. Yeah. I think it did not receive the attention that it deserved before, but now we will provide water together with sanitation. That is now a new policy for water and sanitation to go together, so that when we come to town, we are not just coming with water alone, we are coming, agreeing with the county governors, because the governors are critical, working together with them so that we are able to do sanitation at the same time. Many towns, you are right, do not. And with that, then we have about 20 towns that are now being covered with the sanitation. And the programs and projects are funded. In fact, there is a lot and good interest in funding sanitation even from our partners. So I believe this particular period of 5 years, we will do much better.
We need to also try as much as possible to use technology on issues to do with water, so that management of water, we manage using the latest technology, so that there is accountability, transparency, and issue management of water. Serious engagement with the county government, as much as they are the way they are, these are the people we need to work with so that we can deliver on water, because water is devolved. So at some stage, there is need to handshake with the county government and facilitate one another in terms of programs, in terms of capacity building, so that we can all deliver on this matter of water. We need to plan for emergencies in terms of funding and in terms of structures across the areas which are normally attacked by flood and drought. We'll make sure that in all our programs, let us factor in the last mile, so that people get water at home, so that we remove water from the dams to home. So we'll see how we'll work with the national county government, so that at least there is water at home as opposed to water in the dams, and also there is water for irrigation if we can factor in the last mile. I think